Hey, biscuits. Can you tell that my Christmas vibe is in full go? Yeah. I thought I'd bring you along today in a little day in the life. Oh yeah, I've got a midwife appointment. Got to do one little grocery errand, which I'm trying to put off, but I think I should just do it. And I am shooting some photos for Instagram before I hop on and start doing some OnlyFans workout course photos, because this week is, I guess when you see this, it'll be last week. But this week is yoga ball workout poses and like different stretches you can do to open up your ribs and your back and your hips, and then fun little exercises that work on muscle building with yoga balls. So I'm getting ready to shoot those for the week so that I have them all. But I thought I would pop on and talk about something that I've been hearing from a lot of you, and I know that I've experienced this year, and I haven't really talked about it because, to be totally honest, I'm still processing it all. It's still so weird that, you know, when you go through big things in life that are just unexpected and you don't quite know how to process them, that's where I am at with it. But I thought I'd chat about it. You know, I know that a lot of marriages and relationships are breaking down during lockdown, and there's been a lot of cheating and, you know, difficulty of people's political views coming together and people's views of quarantine coming together, and it's just kind of been a big giant stress bubble. You know, I know for me, I had a really unexpected relationship thing happen. You know, like the last 3.5, 4 years, I thought, oh, we're going in a good direction. This is all fabulous. And then just told literally over text message about certain people that we won't name, infidelity and dishonesty about it. I have to admit, it's the dishonesty that gets to me more than even infidelity. It's just being lied to my face. You know, that's a really tough one to take. You know, by your intimate partner. That's hard. And I've been working on ways that, you know, I thought would be a helpful video about it, or what would be things that I could share that wouldn't just be me going whine, you know. And I don't think I've quite processed it all enough to know. But if you're going through a hard time and you're just thinking, oh man, you know, how do you cope with all this? I think it's okay to just take it one day at a time. I've been really focusing on, you know, family life and on getting work done and just getting through this year, and realizing that next year, you know, I'll look back on it and I'll process it more. Something that was just so shocking and so surprising. And then maybe I'll have better advice and conversation points for it then. But it's something that I've heard enough about from some of you lovely biscuits, and I'm sorry you're going through that too, that I thought I should be honest and chat about it a little bit. I don't know how much detail I'm going to get into. You know, I've tried to pull back a little bit the last couple of years and not give too much details about my personal life, because I'm just getting trolled a lot about it, and not in a pleasant way, and not in like a, oh, brush it off. It was just, you know, it wasn't any fun. So, you know, you wanna have a fun time on social media, right? So I don't know. I'm just thinking that through today, and I have a midwife appointment where I'm planning, you know, birth options and everything. And so it's just kind of, I don't know. It's been coming up in my life extra in my mind, I think, thinking about that. And you know, this is a hard time, I think, to be suddenly unexpectedly single again, because, you know, there's no extra support right now. There's no socializing because of lockdown, right? And so for me, it's definitely left me alone with my thoughts a little bit more than maybe would be good. But I feel like it's been a learning experience, and I think I'm taking good things from it. It was just so surprising and so unexpected. So I would love to hear from you. Let me know on Instagram. You know, if you're going through a breakdown of your marriage or of your relationship, or if you're maybe staying in it but you're dealing with infidelity, you know, how has this year affected your decision making? I know it's affected, you know, what I'm willing to tolerate and what I'm not willing to tolerate a great deal. Like, this year has really shown me that I have my limits, I have my expectations, and I feel really good about having healthy boundaries and expectations and limits. And I think that in the past, I'd always struggled with feeling like, am I being too harsh, or am I being unreasonable? I think all of us know that have gone through infidelity things is there's a lot of gaslighting, you know, people making you feel like you're being unreasonable or crazy when you aren't. And it's certainly for me, and maybe this is something you can do, even if it's over FaceTime or, you know, Skype or whatever, Zoom, people that you trust you can talk about it with, right? That can kind of help you see that you're being gaslit. Because I have to admit, even after this all happened, you know, I was talking to my brother and his significant other, and it wasn't really until they said, oh yeah, that's really horrible, and you know, you are being gaslit. You are experiencing gaslighting, that I thought about it and went, oh, you're totally right. Like, my brain just wasn't willing to recognize it. So I think it's really helpful to have people in your life that you trust and love, who can, you know, help support you even in a digital form, because right now we aren't hanging out with people, are we? So that's why, and I'm sure you've been wondering, like, oh, where are certain people in your vlogs that are normally in there? And that is why they have not been in there. I don't know, I might do a whole like sit down chatty video about it, but I don't feel like it's seasonally appropriate because we're trying to have our Christmas cheer. Okay, I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna go get my yoga gear on to shoot my stuff. Oh yeah. If you haven't already, click on over to Patreon. We are doing a whole month of, inspired by this really, of bossy self-care, of taking the dominant side of your personality and bossing your way to great emotional, physical, and home self-care, right? That is our whole focus this month. It's a little extra saucy, it's a little more fun, and it's just, you know, demanding the things you need in life and the respect that you deserve. Okay, promoing, I couldn't help. I was really excited about this month's thing, so I keep talking about it, but you're probably like, stop talking about your Patreon. I enjoy it. It's a big part of my work. Okay, I'm gonna go change. I need to brush my hair because it's being wild. Ooh, wait, 3D. Boop, 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 boop. You probably don't want to see my dirty hairbrush close up, do you? Okay, come along for the day. I think it's going to be pretty mellow, shooting videos, and then midwife appointment, and I'll tell you how that goes. I'll try to get a little more video of heartbeat for baby. Oh, I'm hoping in the next couple weeks I can shoot my gender reveal video. I was really debating with myself whether to shoot it, but I really want to. So I think I'm going to. And I don't so far have any good ideas. Let me know your ideas. Tell me on Instagram, DM me, comment on photos on there. Since the comments are closed on here, what would be a fun gender reveal video? I don't know what would be good. I'd really like to do something special, something I can look back on, because I didn't do that with Abraham, and I regret it. You know, I regret not celebrating it more, and I'm really trying to celebrate this lovely, so wanted pregnancy more, even so than I normally would, because, you know, all the normal markers and celebrations you can't do this year, right? Because lockdown has lasted forever. So much longer than I thought it would. I didn't see that coming. So much of this year I did not see coming. So I'm trying to really celebrate it, you know, have a good time with it. And part of that is going to be a dandy gender reveal. I just have no idea how best to do that. I feel a lack of inspiration on that. We'll see. I'll come up with something biscuits. Okay, back to shooting. Bubble. made our errands. Sorry, biscuits, I didn't remember to film. Or I had my camera with me at the doctor's office, but I ended up not filming because we were just so busy discussing things. I think my plan for a home birth is down the drain. So I've either got to do a birth center or a hospital birth, and I'm gonna say I'm a little disappointed because I was looking forward to the idea of maybe doing a home birth, but oh well. Universe intervening. Abraham got a pizza and a what do you call it? Pumpkin pie. I kept wanting to call it Popeye. I'm like, no, it's not Popeye. I'm gonna sit you. I was gonna sit you in the cabinet, but it's totally full. So we got our little cabinet that is going to go in the corner to replace those cabinets that fell down off the ceiling. And these are all the parts. It is just a crazy amount of little tiny parts put together. So I think tomorrow I'm gonna put it together. It of course has directions like this. No written directions, nothing detailed, nothing telling you which side faces which. So I think it's gonna take me quite a while. It might take me a couple days of just piecing it together when I have free time. But that's gonna be exciting. It's gonna go in the corner here. It's not a super big cabinet or anything, but it should be able to hold, you know, plates and cups and things, maybe some pantry items, because as you can see, we no longer have the hanging cabinets, which is lovely. I still have to fix the wall from where the cabinets came down because they did a really, really weird insulation on the cabinets. So I might just put a mirror up there to cover it because I don't want to deal with having to do all the drywall. Yes, love. I think you see where the food is. He's very excited. I have been told I have to go on, or I have to stick to a low sugar diet. I just failed the first week-long glucose test that I did for my blood sugar. I think that I'm gonna have to stick with a gestational diabetes the whole time. We're doing another week-long test. But it sounds like, you know, I like low-grade gestational diabetes, and it might only be low-grade because of how restricted I am and what I can eat anyway. So it does sound like gestational diabetes again, which I'm not surprised by. She said that over the Christmas holiday, I should really try to avoid eating all the sugar, cookies, and things. So I bought, okay, my love. So I bought some almond flour and some monk fruit sweetener, and I'll make some holiday cookies that are, you know, low carb, no sugar ones. So not the tastiest holiday. She said that milk is really sugary and I should avoid it for my blood sugar. But I gotta say, I'm aware it has sugars in it, but for me, when I have it with something sugary, it brings my blood sugar numbers down. Like if I have a sugary cookie, but I add a big glass of milk, it really helps my body digest that with the protein. So I'm gonna try to lessen my 1.5 gallons of milk consumption that I've been doing currently. But I don't think I'm gonna go lactose free with the milk because I really hate that flavor of milk. We'll see. I bought just regular milk today. But yeah, so, you know, I have to keep being carb conscious, which is no fun when you're really nauseous because you just want to have toast, right? So I think I've got to be good about that. But you know, not horrible glucose numbers, so that's good. But I kind of think a lot of that is just how restrictive what I'm eating is right now. I was kind of hoping I would get away without the gestational diabetes this time, but oh well, it's just a couple months. It's good for me anyway. And I forgot to get apples. Oh, I've been living off of cheese sticks and apples. That's been one of my top snacks. You can see baby is totally plopped to one side. I've never seen that before. Maybe baby's never been big enough for that. That's weird. But yeah, baby's totally pointing at one side. Excellent. Why don't you get some plates, my love? The ones right there. Okay, I have to go feed the wild munchkin. I think I will sign off for the night unless I come back on with anything interesting to say. Because, you know, just kind of a day around the house, shooting stuff, getting our photos done for work, getting my appointments done, all that. It was a crazy drive home. Took us an extra 45 minutes, really, because there was an accident in the road.
What did you hate?
Hold on, my love, on the freeway, so, oh well. Okay. I will see you in the next video, my biscuits. Woohoo! I am glad to have checked the stuff off my list and to have answered some of my questions at my midwife. I'm really disappointed about the home birth thing. I totally understand why she doesn't want me to do the home birth, but I'm disappointed. It's not the birth plan I would like, but hopefully it's the birth plan that I need. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna get I gave blood, so I'm getting my iron levels tested to see if I'm anemic. And that's gonna answer a lot of questions, because if I am anemic, it might be contributing to the extreme pregnancy nausea that I've had, even though I've been taking a buckload of iron supplements this whole pregnancy. So that'll kind of give us a baseline to see if I am. But good answers. I always like that. I'm now switching over to every 2 weeks instead of every month for my appointments, so it's getting more real, you know? It's like we've hit the 3rd trimester. I feel like I'm gonna get through the holidays and enjoy them, and then come January I have to do practical things, right? I need to do practical baby car seat and make sure I have enough diapers and stuff. I have to finish planning my postpartum period, because, Corona just really affects who I can have in the house for help and for celebration and for a sip and see, and we're just gonna see, who can watch Abraham when I go into labor. That was a big conversation with doctor's office. Please don't do that. That is very disrespectful and rude. Pick those up. Thank you. Let me know, what have you done if you've given birth during the pandemic for other siblings to be watched? What has been your best option? I'm still hoping family can do it, but I want backup and maybe triple kit, right? Just to make sure. Yeah, it's getting real. It's getting real and exciting. Oh yeah. Okay, see you in the next video. Love you. Quarantine kiss from afar, so you can't get my cooties. Cooties. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Not sure why I needed that song. I think I must be Tucker.